All right, today, guys, I want to talk about this anime called The Dreaming Boy is a Realist, which was a pretty good, not even gonna say pretty good, it was an amazing slice of life about a MC, regular schmegler old slice of life MC. I can't say that. He was a stalker. He was a creep. He was a weirdo. And they showed him for probably like 2 seconds at the beginning of the series, and then out of nowhere, and I thought he got hit by this damn soccer ball, but if I'm not wrong, he did not. But a soccer ball almost hit him, and it caused like a flicker in this nigga's mind, and he was like, "I need to stop being a creep." And this series had such an amazing story because after him deciding not to do that no more, it just had so much happen. Like I thought he just would have stopped following the main heroine, and she just would have been like, okay, cool, like following this girl, stop following me. And she kind of was like that for 2 seconds. And he starts going on his own side quests, and it kind of doubles down into like this dude was an amazing guy by himself, and that the heroine actually was holding him back when he was stalking her. And it's kind of even more crazy that she realized that he was her support or just her being in school and doing shit because he's been stalking her for so long, and she was nice to him a little bit. So she kind of like, yeah, man, like since no one ever stopped you or said, yeah, that's weird what you're doing, and they kept saying like, oh, we must be friends, you really low key became my friend. But throughout the series, he was going through side quests, meeting other female characters, which they ended up kind of low key getting a swoop of love interest, but they didn't. It wasn't over the top. Like they weren't like, oh my god, I love him or some shit like that. But you could tell a couple of them liked them or whatever. But at the end of the day, the series was just good. Like the side episodes were amazing. The way he bonded with all the background characters, it made it feel like it wasn't a harem series, and it felt like it was very much trying to go against the status quo by saying like, "Oh no, fuck that harem." Like these are all his friends, and even some of the girls that they tried to be like, oh, I just kind of feel like, this is on the love of a love interest. Like, nah, it would always be like some shit where he would be like a big brother role or someone to support and give them advice to get through stuff, which then created him having his own notoriety and becoming his own strong independent character. It was like he basically was like a blank slate nigga at the beginning of the series, and as it went on, they kind of just gave him such a bigger personality. Um, and then on the other side was the heroine trying to figure out what her life would be like without him. And truth be told, it was pretty interesting. Like, even one of the other characters that was friends with the MC was like, "Hey man, like I'm gonna go try to talk to her since you're finally like not being around her all the time." He's like, "I never got a chance." And the MC's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you." He was like, "At the end of the day, I still care about her as a friend and stuff." But he was like, "I'm never gonna go and pursue her because I feel like it's wrong. Like I was weird. I already done burnt the bridge that I ever could to be with her." But then the series, after like having the other dude try to pursue her, and even having her get a whole friend group and having the other guy come over, it kind of had this one little plot point where they were like, "Yeah, man, I just really wish my sister would have met the stalker nigga. Like, I think she really would like them." And then he finally, like, after literally like the whole 12 episode series, like, last episode, the nigga's like, all right, cool. Now I did all my side quests and stuff and avoided the fuck out of you, which he did a lot. I mean, he even told him he couldn't go somewhere with them and end up going to the same place and avoiding them. It's like I just like how he just knew that even if she may have relapsed, that he knew what he did wasn't right in the beginning. Like bro had a strong character. Like I feel like this thing just wanted to avoid everything. Even when the thing would try to be like, oh, we gonna get you some fan service. The shit would be like, yeah, this is weird, and they're having normal conversation and shit. Like, this isn't like, what are you doing for me? Like, what are you trying to do for me? Like, I don't want this. Like this shit's serious. This is a good series. Don't try to sully my time watching this. So, yeah, like he ends up going over the girl's house too and meeting her sister, but her sister like starts flipping out, not like crazy, but like just like mess with him a whole bunch, being super active, and then they like, oh yeah, bro, she wasn't like this with no one else. Like, I think she really fuck with you. Then both then the main heroine and her best friend are like, yeah, this is it right here. Like y'all should go make up and shit. And by the end of the last episode, bro, they holding hands. I mean, they be like, I mean, not officially, but that shit had me like, I didn't want him to backtrack. I actually throughout the whole series kept saying I didn't want him to end up with her, but it still had me like, all right, cool. This is the balance they should have had as friends or just knowing each other from the start. But he became more of a crutch for her, but she also ended up being what was holding him back from being his true self because of him stalking her and giving all his energy to that, when really this man had skills and just all this charisma and stuff that could be used on other things. And then basically him not being her crutch anymore, she also got to kind of get that own type of sentience or just like separation. So now I feel like they both became their own full people. And even though they're now with each other, you know, they'd be like two halves make a whole. It's not like that. It's two wholes, just two wholes together. They're two whole separate people. So if they ever separate, or if anything ever happens to this story, because I don't know if there's a manga, if there's more to it, but I feel like the shit just would be good. Even if this was an anime only ending, this shit was immaculate. I recommend it 10 out of 10. The Dreaming Boy is a Realist is almost one of the best slice of life series I've ever seen, besides like The World Golly Knows or My Life is a Mob. Because that actually hit pretty well. I don't care what people say about the animation or anything about this series. That actually had a good balance. I feel like people would just wrongfully hate on that series because just not, it wasn't good enough when there was just so much of a swoop of series similar, and that one had his own little originality to it. I don't know, but thank you guys for watching. Man, check out The Dream Boys a Realist. This is a 10 out of 10.